Audio number 3 from CHRIStory, Early Adulthood. The more I search my memory, the more I find. So I need to skip over many recollections. But one that asks to be told is this. My brother Alan and I were visiting some friends of his when someone suggested we ask his Ouija board some questions. The board had an alphabet written on it, and one person volunteered to be led by the spirit. Questions were asked, and the volunteer's finger spelled out words from the provided alphabet. All began well, and we were pleased with the answers until it came to me. The spirit refused to give a clear answer, and the volunteer's finger went somewhat wild. We all wondered as to why, and it wasn't until many years later that I came to a possible reason. Approximately 7 years later, I was to confess Christ as my Saviour. God foreknew this and was asking my guardian angel to protect me from the influence of a fallen angel, demon. If you have a better conclusion, draw it. I left home around the age of 15 and rented a room from Dot and Pam, a mother and daughter who had many cats who devoured tins of pilchards, fish. Shortly afterwards, I joined the British Army, hoping to become a bandman. I chose to sign up for 9 years as the pay was better than shorter periods of enlistment. After initial training, I served for a short while in Sussex before being moved to Münster, Westphalen, Germany. Our band captain suggested I play the bassoon. I got. The army paid for private lessons. I began to produce sounds like you hear on sandy shores popping on a string. We played at concerts, but on the march I clashed cymbals or tinkled away on a glockenspiel. The band travelled to beer festivals and any events that glorified uniformed men. I found out that a few of my bandmates were becoming alcoholics, and I wanted out. Later, the regiment was to go off to Bahrain off the Persian Gulf. I saw my chance and explained to our doctor that such dusty conditions would aggravate my childhood asthma. He seemed to understand my purpose and gave me a medical discharge from the forces, which led to the army paying me compensation. I was back in civil life. What was I to do now? My father sought to get me employed at a Butlin holiday camp, but I really didn't have the talent or confidence. Eventually, my brother Alan helped me become a greengrocer manager for the co-op. I then found employment at a local delicatessen. I served behind the fresh meat counter and became apt at removing ribs from the half-sides of pigs to produce bacon. My uncle, Phil Darbin, invited me to demonstrate one of his imports, the Corso Flour Freshness Preserver. I travelled around to various shopping multis, managed to sell enough to please both him and me. It wasn't until I did this at the Ideal Home exhibition in Kensington, London, that a change was to happen that I didn't expect. I became a born-again Christian. More on the next upload.
thy soldiers take their swords when they speak their solemn words. When they kneel before thee here, feeling thee their Father near. These thy soldiers, Lord, defend, keep them ever faithful to the end. When their hearts are lifted high with success or victory, lest they feel the conqueror's pride and become self-satisfied. Oh, these thy children, Lord, defend, keep them ever faithful to the end. Thy children, Lord, defend, keep them ever faithful